What's up, my vital pointers? This is your host, Andrew Penzi, coming at you with a special treat today. Our good buddy Louis Brennan from the Map Breeding Challenge fame has driven all the way up from Maryland to hunt with me this weekend. We're gonna have a good time. Stay tuned, check it out. Now my first video clip, actually, it didn't record for some reason, so I'm just gonna take you right in the woods here. Louis and I are starting out at this spot. It was a long hike, about a mile and a half walk in, but it looked real promising. We were real psyched to get in there. So this is the first afternoon hunt. It started out right after we got set up that a group of four-wheelers came through. Drove right through the woods, right under me, never saw me, but boy, they really stirred things up. So a couple hours later, guess what? Look who comes back. Here they come again. This is unbelievable. Can you believe this crap? I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna kill him. That was a hike out. I am shot. But all that work and all I saw is one little, excuse me, I'm trying to do a talk here. All that work and all I saw was one little four-pointer. It was kind of fun seeing him. At least I got a little action, but kind of slow, that and a raccoon. Let's see what's in store tomorrow. Day number 2. Here we go. What do you think today, Louis?
Oh, it's a legit temperature drop from yesterday. It's like, I think it was what, like 50 to yesterday. It's 34 right now. So.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, let's hopefully hope the deer are moving.
Yeah, hopefully they're feeling it too. All right, let's do this. A couple of nice bucks on trail camera. All right, Louis, I saw nothing this morning. How'd you make out?
Well, I had 3 doe walk up behind me. I thought I heard something behind me, so I turned one way and looked, didn't see anything. By the time I turned back and looked over my shoulder about my 7 o'clock, there were 3 or 4 doe just standing there looking at me, and I'm like,
busted. That's what they do, yep.
So I sat there and didn't move, and of course they just started, they stomped for like a minute or so, and then they just kind of turned around and went back the way they came and looped that around. And I was like, well, that's a bummer. And then about 20 minutes later, I heard some running, and it was a doe being chased by a buck. And
that's a good sound right there.
Yeah, I was like, wow. The doe just kept taking off, and then the buck, I snort wheezed at him and got him to stop. And then when he stopped, he started coming my direction. And I was like, oh, it's game on now. So, but I made the mistake of even setting up in the morning. I know that when I put my face mask on, when it's this cold, that I got to pull my face mask down, because when I draw back, it knocks my anchor point off.
Yeah, so there's a good tip for everybody. You watch those face masks.
Well, I mean, if you shoot with one, practice with one, but yeah. It definitely throws my shot off. And of course, I made the mistake of not pulling my mask down because it happened so fast. And I drew back on him when he was at 40, and he started coming in on me in like an angle. And when he came on me, I think I shot at 34 yards and missed wide left.
Ah!
Yeah, he was about a 6-pointer. He was definitely 2.5-year-old, but he was definitely a shooter.
Well, hey, at least he had some action. It was better than what I saw. Always nice to see some deer.
Absolutely.
I think it was probably that skeleton face mask you have that scared the deer off.
Yeah, probably so.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
That was the problem. The deer saw that and we're like, we're getting the hell out of here.
This wasn't the one I was wearing. I was wearing a thicker one. But yeah, and that's what throws my shot off. I know it, and I forgot to do it.
All right, guys, let's get it done this afternoon. Time is running out. We got to make it happen.
Yes, we do.
Louis and I are trying to formulate a game plan here. We went and grabbed some lunch. It's important.
Very important.
Get our energy up. We came to this spot. There was a car here, but fortunately the guy was just leaving, so it was good timing. Got this spot. We're both going to do a little bit of a blind map reading challenge, would you say? We have a couple ideas picked out. I don't know exactly where we're going to end up, but I think we have a good shot tonight, though.
Yeah, we'll definitely end up in the woods, which is a step in the right direction. And then now that we're full of energy and zeal, and it's going to be awesome. That way we get in the stand, we're ready to go. I definitely feel better now after seeing some deer this morning and seeing some chasing, which is a start, because yesterday was a lot of nothing, which was pretty shocking. So hopefully temperature drop today is helped them move. I think tomorrow's going to be the same too, but definitely tonight I'm ready. All
right, I hope I see some action, because this morning I was literally falling asleep in the hang-on stand. That is not a safe thing to do. So I need some action to keep me going tonight. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Louis went to an oak tree I had picked out where I saw a big buck. I think his chances are really good tonight, but this looks like an amazing spot that I just found. The only issue is it's kind of a bowl, so anything behind me down the bowl, might smell me. My scent might get caught in here, but it's a great outlet right here to a real thick area behind me. And I have a feeling they're bedded in there. Found a couple nice rubs, and I'm looking forward to the sit tonight. This is gonna be good. I found this pine tree I gotta get up. Well, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. I had 3 does come up behind me. They crossed at like 40 yards away. In fact, they walked right down the bike trail there. And I just wasn't comfortable taking a shot at them. I had a small window. It looked like the type of shot that would have been a deflection. So I was like, forget that, let them walk. And of course they started blowing at me as soon as they passed my wind down their ways. I was hoping to see something else tonight, but no such luck. I learned a valuable lesson today that I want to share. I couldn't find my headlamp, so I just brought a flashlight. But I learned it is impossible, or nearly impossible, to set up a hang-on stand with climbing sticks in the dark, and also to take them back down in the dark, because you have no light, and trying to hold a flashlight while holding the tree and taking on and off the climbing sticks, it's a disaster in the making. So always bring a headlamp.
Hey,
less licks today. What do you think?
This is the last hunt. It's all or nothing. After the morning yesterday, I'm feeling really good about today, I'll be honest. I actually did see some chasing yesterday, although I blew my shot because that's what I do. Whatever. But today it's cold again.
At least we know where they're at. We know there's some big bucks in here. Got them on trail camera.
And saw a massive body buck. I didn't get a count of on his rack, because by the time I got my rangefinder to look at him, he'd gone by. But when you see a body that big going through the woods, you know it's a massive old deer.
Yeah, I'm going to be in a funny spot, because I'm going to be right on the edge of the road. It's kind of crazy. But at least this time I know they won't be behind me, hopefully.
Andrew's going to be waving at cars as they go.
I literally am. So, all right, let's try it. See what we got. Woo! This tree is leaning so bad. This is the scariest tree I ever had to climb. It's ridiculous. I have 2 safety ropes around me so that I could stand up without falling forward. Right. That hit looked a little far back. I'm trying to play it back on the video camera, but I wasn't really zoomed in enough to see on this little screen there. I'm gonna have to give it a lot of time and see what happens. Oh, I hate that feeling of not knowing. Just like that button buck I hit, she was quartering away, so I'm hoping I got at least one lung. I am so distracted. I'm watching the road more than I am the woods. These guys are drag racing back and forth all morning. There's got to be a dozen cars drag racing. This is unbelievable. I'm going to find my arrow. See the knock of the arrow. It looks good. The arrow actually looks pretty good. Feeling a little better after seeing the arrow. Let's go see what we got. Well, that must have been a better shot than I thought, because she didn't even go 20 or 30 yards from where I hit her. Unbelievable. Oh, wow, nice big doe. Look at that. She's a beauty. Wow. Oh man, that feeling is sickening when you're not sure if it's a good shot or not. So the deal was, it was a horrible entry, but a good exit. So I definitely was back. I don't know what the heck happened on that release. Thank God it was a quick, clean kill. That's the best, man. You can't beat that. All right, it was a good day, my friend. Connected with a doe, a nice big mature doe. I was real happy about that. It was kind of a crappy shot, but it worked out. It came out in the vitals, I guess. She was down and within 20 yards of where I hit her. Praise the Lord for that. And hey, I couldn't be happier. Unless Louis doubled up with me, that would have been even better.
Yeah, failed today.
But at least we both saw some action. So, you know, the plan sort of came together. So I'd call it a good way to wrap things up here.
Definitely a success. And this area that Andrew was hunting, I mean, look at this. It's just, you might as well be in the marsh of Minnesota the way it looks.
Yeah, I was in the only little tree I can get in there, and it was a leaner that was, I did not feel safe in that tree, but it was the only one I could jump in, so I took advantage of it. There are beds and trails all over in here, so worked out.
And she is huge.
We're gonna eat good.
Eat good?
Yeah. All right, time for the work.
Because Andrew had to do all the hard work with the gutting and the dragging out, I get to pull her up.
Pull her up, Louis. Let's see what we got. We get an official weight. All right. 95, 94 pounds? I thought it would be even heavier than that.
94.9.
Let's dressed. Quick shout out to Ron for the awesome knife set. Thanks, Ron. It came in super handy. And there's dinner. So, Louis, what do you think?
Hunting in New York is flat, but it's hard. It's hard
tough,
to see
man.
where the deer travel at.
How come I'm so dark and you're so light? I'm gonna stand like, oh, look at that. There we go.
Yeah, the sun shines on you. No, I saw a lot of doe like at 70, 80, 100 yards, and they were working right down the line where like I thought they would. And they for some reason would just turn and just go into the woods, but not where I was at.
We were getting close. We were closing in on them,
Yeah.
but just couldn't seal the deal. Well, we sealed the deal with one. So 2.5 days of hunting, one doe down. Not too bad. Not the big buck we were hoping for, but it's okay. We'll
We know
get 'em
they're
next
in there
time.
because we
That's
got
right.
pictures of them, and they're in there for sure.
All right. So one thing left to say, and that's bye, Louis.
High five.
Bye.
We'll see you.
Catch you later, man. And catch you next time on Vital Point. Always aim for that vital point.